in the country, and on whether as to why Mwea constituency in Kirinyaga County has not been gazetted as a hardship area, considering the advanced conditions in most parts of the county. In terms of the criteria used, Honorable Speaker, the first criteria is availability or lack of it of food and accessibility to food, an availability and inaccessibility or otherwise of water, transport and communication service in terms of adequacy, social services, whether they are available or accessible, climate conditions for that particular area, and the terrain harshness of that area, and security or high possibility of security threats in a particular area. And finally, Mr. Speaker, is severity of poverty. Mr. Speaker, Mwea constituency has not been gazetted as a hardship area because the government is addressing the challenges of the existing disparities in designated hardship areas across the public service, and has undertaken a study to review and harmonize the designated hardship areas across the public service. Gazettement of the hardship areas and implementation of the designated hardship areas will be undertaken upon approval by Cabinet, and this matter is currently before Cabinet. Mr. Speaker, as to when the ministry intends to classify Mwea constituency as a hardship area in order to compensate public servants who serve in the region under adverse conditions. Mr. Speaker, the government is addressing the challenges of the existing disparities in designated hardship areas across the public service, and has undertaken a study to review the same and harmonize the designated hardship areas across the public service. Gazettement of the hardship areas, implementation of the same is currently under consideration by Cabinet, and with guidance from the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. Mr. Speaker, I submit.
Thank you, CS. Senator Veronica, have your seat. Mr. CS, you can have your seat. Do you want to ask the two supplementary questions now, or maybe I give a chance to a few senators, then you can come in?
Give the chance to a few senators, then we can ask, clarify.
Senator Wamatinga Waume. Yeri, Senator.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Let me start, Mr. Speaker, by congratulating the CS. He has a way of whichever docket he gets, then he shines in it. My question goes in the same note of this National Youth Service, where he pronounced himself that he'll make it a kind of a military outfit. I have some few willing men who would want to do the same. Maybe he can outline that, how he's going, especially in the marginalized areas, to ensure that indeed even youth from there access the services. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, you can just make your statement on that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Speaker Fonyeri. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, we have pronounced ourselves on the new direction for the National Youth Service. The re-engineering agenda of the National Youth Service, which we are undertaking, is premised on 4 key pillars. The first pillar is the pillar of paramilitary training and regimentation. This is important because we have to impart on our young people with the right social, patriotic wiring, so that they become good citizens capable of driving the country forward. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, currently we have got around 10,000 servicemen and women serving under the paramilitary service within the National Youth Service. By end of this financial year, we are going to recruit 20,000 youths, and then in the year 2024-25, we go to 40,000 youths, 25-26, 60,000 youths, and ultimately get to 100,000 youth by the year 2027. Honorable Speaker, the second pillar, and before even I leave on the first pillar, is on the issue of regimentation. Regimentation, simply put, Mr. Speaker, is that we put these youth under clusters, just like it happens within our disciplined forces of the police force, of the military, so that they can be able to work together and cross-socialize each other with positive behavior and patriotic angling as we prepare them to be better citizens. Honorable Speaker, the second pillar of our engineering agenda within the National Youth Service is what we are calling contribution towards national service. Mr. Speaker, we have a lot of opportunities within government where our youth can be used to offer those services. As we speak, Mr. Speaker, tomorrow we will be in Kitale, in Trans Nzoia County, with the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture and our National Youth Service, where we have up to 6,000 acres